Welcome into Caps Off. We're happy to be here. Trevor Bauer is not happy to be leaving. Terry Francona tries to pull him from the game. He sends the ball over the center field wall. Says, "What are you doing?" with maybe an extra word or two in there. Threw it the wrong way, Mark.
And then realized what he'd done, and then he apologized to everybody, his teammates, to Francona as well. What an arm, though. That takes some strength, but just next time, keep it lower and keep it a little bit the other way.
Welcome into Caps Off. Phil Murphy here alongside Mark Donaldson. So we've seen the ball go over the fence once.
Yep.
The ball going off a bat over the fence has kind of been a theme this year, Mark.
It's kind of the idea of baseball when you're hitting. One of the hottest hitters. In fact, the National League Player of the Week is Paul Goldschmidt. 6 home runs in 6 straight games.
What a difference this man makes in the lineup.
Goldschmidt says, thank you.
Goldschmidt sends this one 6 straight games, matching a Cardinals franchise record.
Yeah, tying the franchise record with those 6 straight games with a home run. Matt Carpenter actually accomplished that feat last season. He was the last Cardinal to win the NL Player of the Week.
And we've seen Goldschmidt win it twice before, but that was back in Arizona. This guy endearing himself to fans at the new Busch Stadium. Man, Goldschmidt is swinging a hot stick home run in 6 straight games. Doesn't matter where it is. Hole number 46 is sending the ball out of the yard, and he has St. Louis right in the teeth of that NL Central race. Mark, you alluded to it earlier, something that we haven't seen often for the Cardinals before. Got to go back to Matt Carpenter last year, and then before that, Mark McGwire, who, oh, by the way, broke Roger Maris's then home run record.
Yeah, not too bad. He's in exalted and elated company. Well, 6 home runs in 6 straight games for Goldschmidt, but how about those that have maybe gone 1 better or 3 better and done it in the same game?
Yeah, that's impressive longevity, but we've had an historic run of homers across Major League Baseball, including a stretch, as we fill it up, of guys with 3 homers in 1 game. Let's check out Nelson Cruz. The Twins are well on their way to setting a Major League record for home runs in the season. Mark, Nelson Cruz just hands out lollipops and butt whoopings, and he is all out of lollipops.
As someone once said, that ball stayed hit.
It did stay hit. So he's got a homer against the White Sox. Why would we be showing that? Well, bereft of context, not much there. But he came up again against Lucas Giolito, no less, who has been dominant for the White Sox this year. Cruz, high, far, and handsome, and out to center field. 2 home runs in the game.
The center fielder's like, I am not even going to jump for that 5th inning. Guess what? Him again.
Full Nelson. This time right center. He's spraying it around.
I'll give you that. Normally your puns are awful, but that's all right. I like that. Doesn't count as a catch. Don't celebrate if it bounces. That is not allowed, sir. Yellow card.
All right, so the reigning AL MVP not going to be shown up. Red Sox up and down year. They're starting to get back in contention again. Mookie Betts all in against the Yankees. Takes one out over the monster in the 1st inning.
That's down into the pub, down below. So, same again, just like it was in Nelson Cruz's 3 home runs, 3rd inning. See you later.
That one needed a little bit of launch angle and velocity as well. Once you start getting into left center at Fenway, it becomes more challenging, but Mookie Betts, you sense a theme.
Didn't even have to wait until the 5th. He knows, they know. See you later.
And you see a little date line. Those are back-to-back days. There were actually 4 straight games in which a player hit 3 home runs in a game. That's a Major League record. And Mookie Betts staring down another Major League record. 5 career 3 home run games, trailing only Sammy Sosa and Johnny Mize ever.
Yeah, but the most impressive thing about that is not the number that's in the red. It's the number to the right of that in just 6 MLB seasons.
And these are a lot of guys who have more than 600, 500 career home runs. Betts storming up that list out of nowhere. He's got time to catch up. So we've given a lot of love to the hitters.
Yeah.
We are setting the mark with an outfield player doing something special on the mound, Mr. Donaldson.
Indeed. Now, we know that the Red Sox have had a lot to cheer about lately. The Yankees, certainly in London, had a lot to cheer about lately. A team that hasn't had a lot to cheer about is the Baltimore Orioles. Why are we showing Steve Wilkerson? He is the first MLB position player in history to record a save. This is like the 433rd inning of the evening. It lasted forever. It was one of the most bizarre games. It was the 16th inning against the Los Angeles Angels. He also pitched a 1-2-3 inning becoming the first position player ever to get a save.
He had that Mark Donaldson and London velocity going, and they couldn't figure it out. So that's a fun fact. Also, another fun fact, the Orioles once played a game in which they lost 30-3 and had a save recorded against them because someone went more than 9 innings. All right, so Head in the Game podcast, a lot of other fun facts, true or false, is what they're looking at this week. Should we check it out?
Yeah, let's hear from Jamie and Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel Stringer.
I'm Jamie Lang.
And we have some baseball facts that we're going to try and uncover if they are truth or lie.
I'm ready for this. Okay, here we go. Pitchers rub mud on the ball for good luck. That is a true fact.
That is a lie.
Oh, no!
To help them grip the ball better.
I knew that.
Okay, Babe Ruth kept cool by wearing a wet cabbage under his cap. Because he's giggling, I think he knows that. I think it's true.
Yes, it's true. The Yankees team were the first team to regularly use numbered jerseys. It's got to be true, isn't it?
True.
There we go.
A cleanup is the fourth batter in the batting order, usually a power hitter.
You get the easy ones.
Oh, well, you've just kind of given me the answer. I was going to say that kind of makes sense. I was going to say it's true.
It's true.
Okay.
MLB umpires are required to wear black underwear in case their pants split. Again, true.
Have you seen some pants splitting?
I always check out.
Because it's true.
Their splitting pants.
Okay. Baseball is known as America's hobby. Is it a good accent?
It's a great accent.
America's hobby. I think it's Americans' hobby.
It's a lie. It's known as America's pastime.
Oh, that's disappointing. I think you beat me.
You can feel it brewing and brewing and brewing. They got to separate these two teams somehow because this is not going to stop.
Good thing punches were thrown. I think that would have been a bad day for them with me and Puig in there, but it's squashed now.
And here we go. Oh! Garrett goes in there punching. This is not a good scene at all. They need to get Puig off this field. This might be the last time you see him in a Reds uniform.
There's certainly no love lost between the Reds and Pirates, in particular between Reds pitcher Amir Garrett and outfielder Yasiel Puig. Benches cleared as Garrett literally tried to fight the entire Pirates team. And this is the second time this season that there's been an incident with these players and teams. This will be the last image you see of Puig in a Reds uniform because he's been traded to the Cleveland Indians as part of a blockbuster 3-team trade. The Reds will get pitcher Trevor Bauer, featured earlier in the show, along with Puig. The Indians receive outfielder Franmil Reyes, pitchers Logan Allen and Scott Moss, and infielder Victor Nova. One other big trade, Zach Greinke joining the Houston Astros. Greinke's an all-star with the Diamondbacks this season, but he's joining the 2017 World Series champions as the Astros add Greinke to their rotation, which already includes all-stars Justin Verlander and Gerrit Cole.
Mark and I are now joined by Chris Reed, someone taken in the first round by the Dodgers in 2011. But as you can see behind us, represented Great Britain at the World Baseball Classic. Chris, you're now with the New Britain Bees of the Atlantic League. But before we get to that, first, what makes you eligible for the UK at the WBC?
Yeah, sure. So I was born in London. My dad was working there for 4 years. And the World Baseball Classic has it where if you're born in that country, even if you're not a citizen, you can play.
Now, they love us throwing things around in here, and you can hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So if you just look down the barrel of that camera and launch one.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
95 miles per hour. Now, Phil and I tried things in London. Phil got into the 60s. I didn't.
Right.
How do you throw 95 miles per hour?
It takes a lot of practice. You know, I've been doing it since I was 7 years old, so you guys might have a long road ahead of you, but I'm sure with a few pointers, you'd be right up there with us.
I love the optimism and the confidence. Chris, you play for the New Britain Bees in the Atlantic League. There's no major league affiliation with that squad. It's an independent league. But how does it compare to some of the other levels of baseball at which you've played?
Yeah, I'd equate it to like a AA, AAA level. There's a lot of guys with MLB experience. I'd say 40-50% of the guys have played in the major leagues in some form or another. So it's a good competition, and a lot of the guys are there to have fun. So
now, there's a picture behind from 2015. It was your Major League Baseball debut. You had a couple of innings as a reliever, and you did all right, didn't you?
I didn't do too bad. My first outing, I had 12 pitches, 11 strikes, and 2 innings, so I'll take it.
Simple question, why are you not there anymore?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy.
We saw you in a Marlins uniform. Behind you right now, you're representing Great Britain.
Right.
You played in the qualifiers for the World Baseball Classic in 2013. Will we see you playing for a good friend of the show, Liam Carroll, the Great Britain coach? What's the time scale going forward? Can you pull on that jersey again?
Yeah, absolutely. So all the guys, we love playing. You know, it's probably the most fun we have. A lot of guys have played professional ball as well. And so for us, I think, well, going forward, there's the European Championships, which help to qualify for the Olympics, which I'm not eligible to play in. But after that is the World Baseball Classic again in 2021.
Chris, a pitcher's best friend, the players behind him.
That's right.
We have our web gems, the top plays of the week on the defensive side of the ball. Care to join us for a little breakdown?
Let's go.
Mark, take us through it.
What about Ryan Goins, the Twins against the White Sox? What do you make of this?
It just makes it look routine. Unbelievable.
Luis Arias in the field. We make so much of Minnesota's bats, but defensively, they're holding up their end of the bargain. Number 2, we got a pitcher. Athletes too, huh?
Athletes on the mound. Let's go.
Zach Plesac, what's this like as a pitcher when you see it pop up in the foul ground?
I'll tell you what, I've never done anything close to that, so I don't know.
Oh, come on, that would have been a perfect time to lie. Yeah, I did this for New Britain Bees last week.
Of course, naturally.
Now you have to do it. This is number 1. It's the Tigers and the Mariners. Talk me through this, commentary style.
Oh, jeez. That looks like Miguel Rojas with the Marlins. Oh, my. How far is that throw? That's from the outfield, practically.
J.P. Crawford in one motion, too. That's the thing, didn't even set his feet.
Yeah.
Spinning the wrong way with accuracy, and as a pitcher, that's got to make you feel good.
Oh, that gets you fired up.
Not bad if I can say so myself. Chris, thanks for joining us this week.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
By the way, Liam Carroll, we've looked after your boy. I'll not hit it too hard because he's a lefty. He's in good shape to come back, but his accent isn't quite as American as yours. Bye for now.